Why? Easy. Yeah. You know what I holla? Do you know what I holla? Do you know what I holla? Yeah. You know the itty bitty city by the water that's steady getting taller. Vallejo.
Clean your bitch and clock your hoe. Welcome everybody. It's the White Bronco Show.
Welcome to the White Bronco Show with your host Tommy Marks. I'm Aaron Bendersky. You can find us on Twitter at White Bronco Show. Tommy is at Uncle Tio's Niños. I'm at Big Happy Trees. Our guest tonight truly has performed around the country with some big names. He's a big name himself. In the 1800s, he guided the Union Army to victory over the Confederates, and was later elected president. Our guest tonight, at Travis Lipski on Twitter, from Illinois.
And comedian Travis Lipski.
Travis Lipski.
Welcome to the White Bronco Show.
All right, well, thank you very much. I just want to say that I took a shit. I didn't need the pisser. I didn't want to say the shitter because I felt self-conscious about it.
You know, usually we know when somebody does
There's
it.
a hot girl out there.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
It was a nervous
shit. That I made my little toilet seat cover. Took a very
probably a good idea.
Healthy shit, and then there was this moment of suspense when the toilet water wasn't going down, but then that was fine. But then I saw
the only reason this is a situation for you is because there was a really hot girl outside
No.
of the bathroom.
I didn't know that. What I'm saying is I didn't know that until afterwards when I stepped out, and then I realized she was the one that fucking went in there after me.
Oh, you cropped us in the hot girl. Man. Talk about
I wanted to officially apologize for that.
I want to officially apologize.
Did she make a face when she came out? Did she make a face?
I was hiding.
Hey, you're the first guest we've had to drink Ice House.
Oh yeah,
I want to congratulate you on that. No round of applause.
That's highly respected here at the White Bronco Show.
And maybe the first person in chaotic history to bring Ice House into it. Is that a Chicago thing, or where'd you pick up the Ice House?
Yeah, no, this is in honor of Howard, who will be joining us soon.
Okay.
He drinks cheap beer.
Travis's friend Howard is going to be joining us in a bit, and that should be very interesting.
I wanted to get in his frame of mind.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And so you've been here for 1 month? In LA, correct?
Yeah. Yeah.
And you've already done you recently just did a show at the Comedy Store. Tell us why this is so great.
Oh, it was just a segment at the Show Up, Go Up show on Sunday, and it was just basically a blow-up doll performing comedy.
So you performed as a blow-up doll?
Yeah.
And so...
How did you make that work?
Yeah, explain.
Well, you want me to go through the whole process?
Oh, no. So you went on stage as...
Right. It's not like there was a speaker box coming out of a blow-up doll's mouth. You got inside of a blow-up doll.
Yeah, I had to buy a Fatty Patty and dissect it and wear it, and there were some questioning moments in the process.
An amazing
where you look
concept.
at yourself with this fucking, it's a pretty elaborate process.
It's an amazing concept, if you ask me.
And then to realize that you're doing it.
Well, how did it go at the Comedy Store?
I think it was hit and miss.
Hit and miss? Like, some people really liked it, though?
Yeah. I think it kind of altered it definitely altered the mood of the room for the better or the worse. For some people for the better, for some people for the worse.
You either thought it was funny or you're trying to hide your blow-up doll fetish.
It's unsettling to see this character come barging in.
That could become huge on the fetish scene, by the way.
Well, wait. During this performance, was this planned or was this improvised? But I heard the blow-up doll shoved a beer can up her vagina.
Well, at her vagina, it couldn't actually fit a beer.
Oh, okay.
There should have been a bottle there, but
right.
It was a 24-ounce can. She's not a whore. What's her name, by the way? Cynthia Ursula.
Apparently, it's very dangerous to do that.
She's actually at Ann Cunter.
Oh, okay. So
the Ann Cunter.
So this blow-up doll has a Twitter account.
Yes.
She has beer cans for douches, right? She's done that on stage. What else happened in that performance?
That's her go-to bit.
I mean, was that her closer that night? Was that her closer?
That was the opener.
And wait, was it a beer she brought on stage? Or
no, it would have been. It would have
been
if she had remembered to bring that beer. So she swiped the black man's beer right up front.
Oh, really? And he was chill with it?
He was totally, because when you're in that fucking thing, when that fucking blow-up doll thing, what are you going to do? You know, this guy's never seen that before. But if it was just me, I mean, there would have been an altercation, I'm sure.
I would have expected a blowjob after the show from the fucking blow-up doll.
You know, maybe that was his reasoning. There's a whole, I don't know.
Wait, so let me ask you a question. You're at the Comedy Store. Where did you put the blow-up doll on? Actually, I had to do it in the green room. I wanted to do it before I got there, but it just wasn't practical.
Yeah.
Wait. So
I wanted to show up. I didn't want anybody to see her first.
Right.
Yeah.
So you showed up and you put it on in the green room?
Yeah.
Did someone help you?
Yes.
Who helped you?
At Jeremy Paul says. Jeremy Paul, he's a comedian who's been out here for 11 years.
I remember.
Do you know him from Chicago, or how do you know him?
From Illinois, yeah.
Oh, man. Hey.
I remember when I had to.
I'm sorry, I keep doing that.
I had to get dressed really quickly in the bathroom, and I zipped up my zipper, and my dick got caught in my pants, and like pretty much everybody.
That's actually the movie Something About Mary.
Oh, it's my life.
Were you going to a dance?
It was prom.
This guy's done a few drugs in his day, so he kind of gets his life and films mixed up, and we have him on the show to help him.
This is my life.
Sort out reality from film.
Okay.
So we're straightening this guy out.
What can I do to help?
Well, if you're willing to help, maybe you can convince him that I'm talking about things that have happened in my life, and
let me guess.
The more exciting things that happen in my life.
No, he's
he always
trapped in
dude,
the world.
It's a movie. Maybe you've seen too many movies, dude. Because this is my life.
He's trapped in a world where he thinks that everything that happens in real life is just somebody ripping off a movie. So he's the one that actually has a problem.
Maybe that's the dimension that we're living in.
I have one question for you, Aaron. This prom date you had, did she have a retarded brother who loved baseball?
What does that have to do with anything?
Exactly. It's the movie Something About Mary. Sorry, bud. That's I wish that was your life though, because you'd probably
maybe you're right.
You'd probably be living in Florida right now.
I don't think so, though.
If it was. All right, so let's get back to the blow-up doll. So you put it on in the green room. Are people laughing as you're putting it on? Fuck yeah, they probably are. If I was in the green room, I'd be like, and it's at the Comedy Store, I'd be blowing trees, and I'd be cracking up, watching them put it on you. I'd be like fascinated by it. Were other comedians?
Yeah, I guess.
And I'm sure they're jealous too, right? Because it's such a good idea.
I doubt it. Dude. I mean, it's a good idea. Yeah, I agree.
I think.
But I mean, it's also fucking, bizarro.
It's not bizarro. I think you have to take it all the way. You got to do the voice as high pitched as you can. You know what I mean? And just keep writing jokes with it.
Well, actually, the idea was to be like a Mr. Bill voice.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm talking about? Or
Mr. Bill, I mean...
Who is Mr. Bill? I don't know who Mr. Bill is.
Yeah, when I think of a blow-up doll voice, though, I think as high-pitched as I can.
I know.
Maybe a little Asian, too. Sorry. I don't know why.
I belong in comedy about 20 years ago, probably.
There was a neighbor in my neighborhood who was Mr. Bill, and everyone said not to go around him. But I don't know if it's that Mr. He had a deep voice.
Hey, have you run...
Most Bills do.
This blow-up doll idea by Howard?
It's the William
your buddy?
fucking ego.
Did you run this by Howard? The blow-up doll?
No. I ran it by a good friend of mine, Chris Buckland, and he thought it was a great idea, and he's the funniest guy I know that and isn't a comedian. He's not the funniest guy I know that isn't a comedian. He could be a comedian. He's fucking brilliant, but he's too much of a pussy fat ass about it. But
well, you should just steal all of his ideas and premises.
No, I just ran it by him. He goes, "I wish I would have thought of that." And when that guy says, "I wish I would have thought of that," you're like, "Fucking." That's when you double down and go, "Oh, let's go full stupid on it."
So is it true that most comedy shows in Illinois are like contest to see who can ride the hog the longest on stage, and you do
what?
like rodeo clown type stuff. I don't know. That's just something I've heard.
Rodeo.
Another question. Another question. Is it true? You've been in comedy a long time, and we've talked about this on the show before. Is it true that comedy, and bookers and promoters have told me this, comedy is a lot like porn in that you have to do gay porn before you can do straight porn? Is that
yeah,
is that you?
I heard
you do,
that.
Have you done any shows in West
is
Hollywood?
Is that the secret to making the rise? I just put that out there.
This guy's making a run for it in West Hollywood, so he thinks that's kind of how the business works.
Of course it is.
I only do comedy in Rancho.
Hey, Travis has done comedy in. You've lived in Seattle. You've done all over Illinois, California now, and you were in Central California too, right? Did you do any shows up in San Francisco?
No.
Okay.
Wasn't up there. Yeah.
So, okay, back to the blow up doll real quick, and then we're going to take a call from Howard. But are you going to keep doing, because you've only done, 2 shows as the blow up doll?
I think 3.
Okay, so 3 shows. Are you going to keep working it? You said you might make a documentary about it.
I'm just gonna do a little mockumentary, just a little short thing or something, or I may not because I'm talking about it now, and I tend to not do the things I talk about.
Right. Well, I'm talking about it right now because I really think you should, and we were talking about this before the show. He thinks you should totally do something with that, and I'd start by
I need crew.
Well, but hey, even if you're doing it on your phone or whatever, start videotaping your sets and doing as many. If I was the blow up doll and I was you, I would start doing as many sets as the blow up doll as possible.
I disagree.
No, that's really I think that's a really good career choice.
That bitch is unattainable.
No,
you can't just have her. She just won't be at every place.
She's a stuck up fucking bitch. I like it.
Well, I mean, she's got a talent.
Hey,
you just pop in,
Would you ever let somebody else go as the blow up doll like they do with Tony Clifton?
Actually, I would want somebody else to do it, and I would want to film the documentary with somebody else doing it.
All right. I mean, I'll volunteer to do that just because I'm a huge Tony Clifton fan.
Yeah.
And I've always wanted a man to fuck me.
Are you a Kaufman guy at all?
What you put on the suit, you'll feel the power of the suit. It's like Spider-Man.
Can I get laid as a blow-up doll?
You could do fucking anything you want as a blow-up doll. That's the thing. You're
Suck
a blow-up
off a fucking open micer in a green room?
You could if you wanted to.
Hell yeah. Fuck yeah. All right, hey, we're gonna take a call right now from Howard. Set us up. Who is Howard? And where is he calling from?
Howard Butler's a truck driving comedian.
Nice. Is he performs on the CB radio for whoever's on the channel?
He hasn't been truck driving forever though. This is only recent, right? The last year.
I actually didn't believe he was doing it because he was dumpster diving before that and smoking butts. Actually, he was breaking butts apart and then rolling cigarettes
out of the leftover tobacco. That's genius.
No, not really. And then he would sit around and bitch about it. He's like, I gotta smoke other people's cigarettes. I'm like, motherfucker, you could just quit.
But that's genius.
You don't have to fucking...
You take all the leftover butts, you take out the tobacco, you have your own rolling papers, and dude, you could just pick up butts off the street.
Like, I have to smoke all this weed. Yeah, same thing.
So he's been doing... You've known him doing comedy before he was driving trucks, though, right?
Yeah.
You guys just make me drink all this beer.
Is he so down to be a comic that he was like, I'm going to be an artist, I don't care if I'm living on the streets?
He wanted to be a cruise ship comedian when I first met him.
Whoa, I've never met someone with that type of goal. That's that's pretty cool.
He wanted to.
That's actually not as rare as you think.
I mean, it's a steady gig, right?
I mean, there's some people that get in comedy that's all they would. That's their destination is just whatever they like. I mean, they just look at it as a business proposition and fucking go in and if they can fucking do cruise ships and
is that appealing after a while though to just do the Mexican Riviera?
No, I mean, of course
I would.
You hate yourself, and that's why they rape little boys.
You know the percentage of dysentery that actually breaks out on cruise ships and the amount of money they spend not getting that publicized?
Let me tell you
in the
something.
Media?
If I went to at least 10 different ports, my dick would fall off 6 months into it. It'd be great. It would be. I mean, yeah, you would. You would.
We went on one of those Mexican Riviera cruises, and we stopped in Mazatlan, I think the locals tried to rip my dad off, like these little kids tried to purse snatch my mom, and my dad cussed them out in Spanish. He's an undercover white guy who speaks Spanish, and totally put them in their place.
Your dad speaks Spanish?
Fluently.
Really?
Fluently. Yeah, absolutely.
How long has he known Spanish?
He's a polyglot. Huh? Oh, probably, I don't know, like 20 years.
So, how many languages does he speak?
Like 4 or 5.
Jesus.
Not that many, but yeah.
That's the type of guy you want to roll into a fucking Vegas strip club with. You know, the guy who could fucking get the Mexicans, the Russians, get them all over here. Dude.
My dad is,
he should be managing a strip club in Vegas if he speaks Russian and Mexican. God damn it. I want to open a... You speak that. I love Russian strippers so much, I want to open a strip club in Vegas called Mother Russia. And it's just...
That's such a good idea.
Yeah,
welcome
all
to Mother
Russians. All right, let's get Howard on the phone. Howard, you there? Oh, okay, I fucked it up. Here we go.
No, I think it's muted.
Howard, you there?
It's muted. You got to turn the volume up on PH.
This is not Howard.
Can you hear me?
All right, we got you, Howard. Welcome to the White Bronco Show.
Are you in the truck? Are you in the truck right now, Howard?
Yeah.
Can you honk the horn? Honk the horn for us, dude, please.
What's that?
Can you honk the horn?
Howard, stop breathing into the microphone.
I probably shouldn't.
You can't.
You need to.
All right, when you get out in the open, honk the air horn for us.
Just give us one honk.
We're not a radio show until you do it for us, dude. We're not like that. That would be breaking. Yes,
There we go.
There you go, dude.
Oh, you sellout, you piece of shit. I can't believe you did that.
Howard, where can people find you on Twitter? What's your Twitter name?
I don't know. Can we do that maybe at the end after we see what I say on here?
You know what? Foresight. Howard coming with some foresight.
All right, look,
he's trying to build some drama.
Let me tell you something. I drive a 98 Camry. I've jerked off in it probably a dozen times, so I have no shame in admitting that.
A dozen.
So every person I've met who drives a truck, I ask them, how many times have you jumped in the back of that 18-wheeler and just rubbed one out?
Do you even have to jump in the back? Can't you just do it right there? I don't see nobody's going to see what you're doing, right?
I haven't graduated to the front yet, but the back quite a few times. I mean, it's, I would say every other dock that I hit.
That's a steady pace.
Have you ever been beating off and you look up and you see another guy in a truck kind of parked across the lot and he's beating off maybe?
Also beating off.
Yeah, like on an iPad.
You guys lock eyes and come at the same time?
So luckily the curtain is not transparent.
Oh, nice.
So, no.
Have you got any chicks back there yet, or lot lizards, as they say off Highway 10 here in California?
I knew you guys were going to ask me that, and I've been thinking all day about how I was going to answer that question. So here's my response.
The short answer is yes.
Here's my refined response.
Typical question.
I don't see them, dude. I've seen one in like 8 months. I've only seen one lot lizard.
Really?
She didn't even come over to my truck.
Well, maybe there's like an undercover scene that you're not like part of yet, that you kind of have to, like it's like a process of they have to kind of see what you're all about before they let you in.
You know what? I
Secret
just
society.
watched a documentary about serial killer truck drivers. Apparently,
and I'm thinking about getting into it.
You have to have a CB radio to get the lowdown on what's going on, because I guess they don't just walk around doing straight up door-to-door solicitation.
You don't have a CB?
No.
Oh, dude, you have to get yourself a CB and just at least pretend like you're in Smokey and the Bandit.
Who are you talking to out
talk
there
to
on the
nobody.
Road, man?
I'm surprised you know about Smokey and the Bandit.
Oh, of course. Listen, if you get a CB, I'll get a CB.
Hey,
well,
Howard,
no, it's probably too
Howard,
far.
Howard, I got a question.
No, we have cell phones, dude.
It's not as fun. Not nearly as fun.
What's the craziest thing you've seen in the men's bathroom at a truck stop?
Nothing crazy. It's just that
glory holes, nothing.
No, you could call it crazy that they get like ass juice all over the back of the toilet seat all the time. I don't know.
Is that different from shit? Is ass juice a completely different consistency?
It just makes it a little more sandpapery is all. I guess it's a lot of shit, but it doesn't look like somebody just straight pooped on it.
Hey, Howard, one time I was locked out of my house, right? and I had nowhere to go. I was just in my garage. I cut a milk carton in half and took a shit in it because none of my neighbors were home. Have you ever taken a shit in the truck?
Yeah.
I've taken a shit in a paint can in the middle of a mall, but they were renovating. They were renovating the jeweler store, and I was working in it. But so they had the sheets of plywood up all around it, so you couldn't see. It was closed in. But I had to take a shit, and I knew I had to go all the way through the fucking mall again. And I was in a fucking hurry, and so I just.
Where did you find it?
There was an empty can of paint because
what
they
color
had painted,
paint?
And we were doing the floors, and
what
they had
color
painted
paint
everything.
did you shit in?
It was brown after. It was brown afterwards.
It's important.
There was some. It had some metallic in it. So it was a
So your poopy
jeweler.
really did sparkle.
It was a jeweler store. It was a K Jeweler or some shit.
All right.
And so I popped the can open. It was empty, and I shit
What
in
time
it.
of day was this at?
It was late afternoon. I don't know, like 5 fucking vodkas.
Well, if we're
like
telling
5
shit stories,
Wait, Howard. What time of day did you shit in the truck?
Around midnight.
I wish it was high noon.
just like in the song.
What's the process of that? Like you over a plastic bag, squatting? Like how do you?
Well, the thing is, I just bought, the bags that comforters come in. I just bought a comforter. And I was parked at a Walmart.
Those big
I was
square
parked at a
plastic
Walmart.
bags.
And this is one that couldn't wait, and so yeah, I just squatted over it, and then I went out and stuffed it into a Walmart parking lot garbage can.
Howard, let's get back to why you're fucking driving a truck for a living. You
I was just gonna
fuckhead.
ask, how'd you get into
Let's
truck
get
driving?
into that because
you're really. Funny,
I still, there's a slight bit of me that doesn't believe it.
He just blew the horn. That's we got confirmation slightly, right?
Yeah, dude, that's why I sent him a picture of my.
I know he's been preparing for this for a couple of weeks, so
He had the soundboard ready, maybe?
Let me just say right off the bat, well, it's not right, but I mean, I'm sorry for sending you guys all those pictures, man. Those are really boring, man. There's nothing to fucking say about them.
What pictures, Howard?
Oh, I saw the pictures.
You send these guys pictures, you don't send me pictures?
Like, these are all my great road pictures, you guys.
It was all transgender.
Did you really do that? Did you really do that?
Well, I looked at the emails, and the first one I opened, I saw a dick, so I closed it. But don't worry about it. No, I'm just kidding. No. I haven't even looked at them yet. But even if
don't bother, dude. Just
even
delete
if
them.
even if they're weird,
look at them.
we'll post them up for you.
Can you forward them to me, please?
Yeah, have you ever found
not Howard? You guys forward them.
Have you ever? So do you sleep?
Wait,
Howard.
I haven't seen it.
Let's get back to.
Are you just going down the list? I didn't even answer your last question.
Yeah. Let's go back to that question. How did you get into driving a truck?
Because they'll pretty much let anyone do it, and I'm like a really bad worker.
What kind of rig are you rolling, or whatever they say? Pushing.
Well,
what kind of hog you backing?
Funny story about that. It's a Freightliner.
A Freightliner M2.
It's called a Cascadia.
Okay.
And it has no power at all. They call it a Castradia.
And by the way, that was a qualifying question, I believe. He knows a little bit about trucks, and we were trying to trip you up, Howard, but you passed the test.
Is it a cab over, or is the engine in front?
No, dude. Dude, nobody drives fucking cab overs anymore.
I beg to differ.
Well, okay, yeah, but
hey, what is Stallone driving over the top?
What is the what?
Sylvester Stallone. What is he driving over the top? The fucking.
I forgot he was a trucker, and I thought he was just like a professional arm wrestler.
Dude,
I think that was a cab over.
How do you think he got that big forearm, dude? Jerking off in the back of the 18-wheeler. That's how he fucking started winning all those matches.
That's how they all do
I can
it.
use both hands, now, because I could drive with the one hand, and then I can switch hands. I can drive with the other.
So imagine what the UFC fighters do.
Well,
they're fucking their ass with their heels.
I'm Conor McGregor. I do nothing but train and fuck my
mediocre girlfriend. Hey, nobody's talking shit about Conor McGregor. Did you see that fight?
You say nothing about Conor McGregor? Jose, I'm coming for you, Jose.
Hey,
I didn't know we were allowed to do accents.
Only if you're really good at them. Let's get back to why you're driving a truck, Howard, before we run out of time.
Yeah.
Well, no, I'm a bad worker. I get fired a lot. So, that's the kind of the reason for the dumpster diving and all that stuff. It's just like, that's the kind of thing you end up doing when people decide not to keep you around.
Oh, wait.
Well,
what was the best thing you ate dumpster diving?
I found a box full of designer cheese from Europe. It's like $125 worth of cheese.
If anything, it's just extra moldy, right? Like cheese doesn't really go bad; it just gets better.
You just cut off the bad
instead
part.
of a cave in France, you got it out of a dumpster in Gardena, but it's chill, dude. Actually, you might be onto something. How was the cheese?
I think you're confusing cave art with artisan European cheese.
Wait, it wasn't a nice like Rocher, like blue. It was a nice blue cheese.
I discovered Shropshire cheese, which was invented in 1970, believe it or not.
What is it?
Wait, so you're like a fucking foodie who dumpster dives? Like you're like a
fucking
food connoisseur who eats expensive cheese.
You pull out the most expensive shit you can find, and then whatever. No, not a foodie.
Is the cheese the most expensive, or did you find some like prime cuts of meat?
Dude, it's a small box. It's $125 packed in a fucking like a tiny box. Yeah, dude, I'm getting that.
Where do you like scout out your dumpsters?
We
like,
might have to go on a White
restaurants?
Bronco Show field trip.
Yeah.
Well, okay, are you guys going to be in Peoria, Illinois anytime soon?
Fuck.
No,
Dude,
but
I'll come dumpster dive with you. I don't have to pay for
this.
Meals.
Is all right. I'll give you one that applies pretty much anywhere. Little Caesars, dude. All those hot and ready pizzas that they don't sell, they go right in the can, man.
That makes a lot of sense.
Hey, have you ever gotten in a fight with someone because, like, maybe even Travis, like, where you're like dumpster diving, you're eating this like meal, and like you offer it to them, and they're like, no, and you're like, well, whatever, asshole. Like,
I saw there. I haven't really. It gets territorial. There was an old dude who drove by in a station wagon one time, and he goes, he saw me looking in there. He goes, hey man, is there anything good in there? I was like, what? Get the fuck out of here, man.
Dude, wait. So you're getting territorial. It wasn't the old man that was getting territorial.
Yeah,
you were getting territorial.
You probably had a red bandana fucking wrapped around your head and fucking something tucked into your waist. Dude.
Do you have a cane sharpened into a point just in case anything gets squirrely?
Hey, when he pulled up, were you in the trash can when he pulled up and like your head popped up like a fucking?
I just got done looking in there.
No,
and like I didn't have my hands full or anything. He just rolled up, and I was just like, dude, you've not perceived this game correctly, man. I don't want to see you here again. So that's pretty much it.
Wait. Let me ask you a question.
He didn't perceive what correctly?
Have you ever found shit?
Like you don't roll up on a dumpster that somebody else is looking in and ask them anything, man. You go around the block.
That's
you go
true,
around
though.
the block and wait till they're fucking gone, dude.
Hey,
I mean,
when you were dumpster diving for food, did you ever find shit? Like whether it's like cat shit or like a diaper, did you ever be like, fuck, I found shit?
Like put my hand in?
No, like you're like, oh, there's some shit. I'm in this dumpster. There's some shit right there in the corner.
Nah.
No, like what was the worst thing you ever came across? Or was it just like you were only in like straight food dumpsters?
Yeah, you gotta pick your. No, you don't just.
In the summertime, man, there's like a fucking inch of stuff that builds up at the bottom of the dumpster, and that's the worst thing. It smells like all the bad smells in the whole world.
Right. Did you ever do McDonald's? Because
no, I know you were like, hey man, try McDonald's.
No.
They lock up their dumpsters.
So
usually
wait,
they have a big
give
cage
us
around
the top
their dumpsters
three.
at McDonald's.
We gotta wrap it up, Howard. But give us your top 3 places for people who are listening who are gonna go dumpster dive tonight. Number 1, Little Caesars dumpsters. Give us 2 and 3.
I don't know if you guys have Kroger out there, but Kroger's great because they usually don't lock them up. Forget about Walmart.
Pavilions.
Forget about Walmart, Sam's Club, any of that shit, because those are all locked down constantly. So don't bother.
Okay.
That's about it, man. Any place that has food.
Let me tell you something.
Before you order.
My nickname is Hospital Dumpster because I've fucked a girl once in a hospital dumpster. So that's probably the worst place you could go for food is a hospital dumpster.
And you encountered some shit, and hence that question.
Yeah.
It's the same reason my nickname is Retirement Home.
I'm good old HD. That's what they called me back in college. Hospital Dumpst.
That's what they call a callback in the business.
Hey, well, Howard, we're gonna have you back on, man. I have a million more questions for you, and we're gonna have Travis back on the show. We appreciate you calling in, and
Thanks,
we're gonna have you guys back very soon. We
All right, Hey, you guys, anybody listening, don't follow me on Twitter. It's dog shit.
At It's Dog Shit on Twitter. Thank you very much, Howard. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah.
All right.
Honk that horn one more time for us, please.
All right, thanks, guys.
No.
He's probably in a truck stop, like sleeping next to like 3 other jerking off dudes. You know what I mean? Travis, thank you for coming on the show.
Oh, thanks for having me.
It's your Twitter one more time is just at Travis Lipski.
Yeah.
And what's Howard's? Let's plug his.
At Howard L. Butler.
Howard L. Butler on Twitter. And definitely follow our show.
At Big Happy Trees.
At Big Happy Trees. And if you missed any of the episodes, we're on iTunes and YouTube channel. White Bronco Show. We'll see you guys next week.
Do you know what I holla? Yeah, you know the itty bitty city by the water that's steady getting taller.